All right, Ty, go for it. What's up, guys? So right now, I don't know if you can tell, I have goosebumps all over me. So there recently was a 370Z 2017 listed in Ohio. It has a rebuilt title, only 39,000 miles. I'm hoping that I'm gonna get it. I'm not gonna get my hopes up yet, but I think I'm gonna go look for it. I'm trying to, tie down the finances, tie down the everything, like for storing it and everything, because we already have like 20 cars on our road, so we can't like store anything else here. But yeah, I have to figure out truck and trailer, storage until I can get it fixed, because it does, like, he was in the process of an ankle kit, so it's not fully installed yet. And then on top of that, it might need like a battery or something like that, but really cheap. So I'm hoping that I'm gonna get it. Literal goosebumps. First thing was, let me bring out the camera, so I'll let you guys know what happens. Hopefully, the next clip that you guys see is a good one.
I was surprised that machine came.
We're out here, boys. Alright guys, so I do just want to cut in here really quick, and also don't mind the cold. This Ohio weather is absolutely driving me bonkers. I want to cut in really quick and explain the condition of the car, because I didn't really explain anything until later in the video, and I want to go ahead and get that out of the way now. So long story short, there was an unfortunate circumstance with the previous owner of the vehicle, which ultimately led to the car sitting outside for who knows how long. In a future video, we do have the first wash on the car, and I go kind of in detail a little bit about that first wash. But there were acorns everywhere, inside, outside, wires were chewed up through it. It was honestly in pretty rough shape. So with that being said, we got there and we were hoping that we could just throw 2 front wheels on the car and front tires onto the car and roll it onto the trailer, but we were mistaken. The ankle kit was not installed all the way, so little disclaimer, I think I already said this in the video. If not, you're about to see it now. The car did come with an ankle kit, a Wise 5 ankle kit. And 1, I don't know how to drive manual, so I'm still learning the car. But 2, I don't want to drift this car. I want to make it into a show car and, build it to be what I've always wanted it to be. So anyway, when we first got there, we had to partially install the rest of the ankle kit, enough to where we could throw both wheels and tires onto the car. And so once we got both wheels and both tires onto the car, that took probably every bit of an hour and a half, 2 hours. We had to take off the bumper, the fenders, the whole undercarriage, fender liners. We had to take off so much stuff to get this thing installed. And due to not having any suspension on the car was literally sitting on the fender liner. You'll see in a clip here in a minute, the wheel, I think, or it was the tire, was literally sitting like on the fender liner. So we had to literally like jack the car up to get it onto the trailer, kind of like a stance car that you see like going to Gatlinburg, where they have the jack underneath the car and they're like rolling it as it comes out. That's literally what we had to do. Once we got the wheels on the car, we started to push it and it was not moving because it was getting stuck on the fender liner. So it was a nightmare, long story short. We had no steering, so we literally had to move the wheels ourselves all the way to get it onto the trailer. And she had a gravel driveway, which that did not help at all. All in all, I bet it took us close to 3 hours to get that car put together and put onto the trailer. We couldn't even push it onto the trailer. We actually had to ratchet strap the back end of it and literally individually ratchet strap the entire thing to pull it up onto the trailer. But overall, that is the condition of the car. I just wanted to put that out there. But anyway, let's go ahead and get back into the video. All right, Ty, what'd we do?
Ian just bought himself a piece of shit.
All right, Ty, go for it.
Is this still?
Should we straighten this wheel out at all? Oh, I guess it does straighten.
That's where we need the fucking... That's plenty good.
Well, guys, here she is in all of her glory. I haven't really filmed anything yet on this car. It's been a few weeks now. Nothing has been done to it. I haven't touched it at all. But I just thought I'd come out here. I'm going to show my grandpa the car and then go ahead and get it jacked up and at least look underneath it, see what all I need to take off, like angle kit wise. But all in all, it's in decent condition. It's obviously very, very, very dirty. It was sitting outside for a while. So we do have some detailing that does need done. However, we have some parts back in here. This is my buddy's GSX. But we have some parts, most of them probably can't be reused. So I tried to do the math and it's looking like a little under $2,000 to get all of the front end suspension and steering stuff, minus struts and springs. I'm very excited to get this thing on the road. As you can see, the GTI is sitting right there. I can't wait until these two cars are together in one piece, able to sit next to each other and get pictures. That's going to be something crazy. But yeah, so obviously I don't really like talking with people around me, so I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a little rundown on the car right now. Car is a 2017 Nissan 370Z. It currently holds a rebuilt title. It was in an accident, I believe it was maybe 2018 or 2019 at 9,000 miles. And it was front end damage and it got repaired and everything was fixed. So I ended up picking it up with everything you see off the car. There's actually all of those parts. We were just trying to get it onto the trailer. I'm not sure how much of that I recorded, but that was a disaster. So pretty much the whole front end right now, we had to move the wheels ourselves every like about 2 pushes. We had to move the wheels to get it onto the trailer. And not only that, but it's extremely low due to not having any suspension in there. Pretty much the only thing on there right now is the little hub that's like dangling there to hold the wheel on. It's definitely a work in progress. But anyway, so it's a 2017 with 39,000 miles. Actually, I think it's under that. I think there's like 37,000 miles maybe. 6-speed manual. It's not completely stock, so it does have half of an angle kit on the car. And then I have like part of the angle kit still in the box, brand new. So I'm hoping to sell the angle kit and that'll recoup funds to replace all of the suspension and steering stuff on the front end of the car. But all in all, the car, honestly, it appears to be in pretty good condition. Like I said, it will be a work in progress. It's definitely a project. I gave myself 6 months. I'm hoping to have it up and running in 6 months. But yeah, so rebuilt title, about 37,000 miles, 2017. I bought it off of a lady who took ownership of it from her father. So her father bought the car. He was actually building the car to drift it. It's pretty much the only thing done to it is the springs, the angle kit, and then like half of an exhaust. The full exhaust isn't even on the car right now. But unfortunately, that guy did pass away before he could finish it. I hopped on this car right away as soon as I saw it listed, and I am beyond blessed, beyond happy to take ownership of this car, treat it right, and, you know, get it looking perfect again. So I have always loved the 370Zs. So this to me, like, is like high end, like, this to me is goal for me. Like, owning this car is it. This is what I've always dreamed of when I was a kid. So I'm excited to work on this thing. Car is definitely gonna need some money put into it to get it up and running again, which I knew from the start, but I got a really good deal on it when I bought the car. So that was something, you know, I thought about beforehand, and we are right around the same price point that I thought that I would spend on it when I picked it up. So before buying it, I thought I was gonna spend around $3,000 to get it back on the road. Granted, this car eventually will be bagged. It will be sitting on some nice wheels, but due to being a college student who is completely broke, that has no money, that's gonna take a little while, but I am gonna get a good set of wheels. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if they're reps or not, but Cosmos Racing does have some really nice wheels that I am thinking about, because I can get those brand new fairly cheap, or used even for really cheap. More than likely, I'm gonna keep the springs on the car just for a little bit, and then eventually, once I can recoup some funds, it will be sitting on the ground, it will be slammed on its nuts, it will be bagged 100%. But yeah, so overall, the car needs some work, but I am excited to get working on it. Like I said, childhood dream car, and I'm beyond blessed for having the opportunity to pick up this car. Fully transparent like I always am. So obviously I don't have money because I'm in college and I work part-time at a grocery store making like under $15 an hour. So I did borrow money from my grandpa so I don't have to pay the bank interest. So I'm just paying him back every single month and then going from there. And then once it's paid off, it's obviously paid off. Definitely excited to get working on the car. When I came over here to show my grandpa the car in general, I don't know if I already said this in the video, but I'm going to go ahead and put it up on jack stands. There she is in all of her glory.
Pretty good.
Yes, he has like sitting on the fender flares
Yeah.
or the fender liners, I should say.
So what causes that? Shocks or?
It just doesn't have any front suspension right now.
Yeah.
There's like nothing there. It's just kind of dangling. Alright guys, as you can see, we're in the garage with the 370Z. This side has the angle kit completely off. We just got the angle kit off on this side. We're about to start on this side. So in order to do this, I'll do a quick little rundown. So we're taking out the bolt there. As you can see, it's already out. Same with back here, that one's already out. And then up here, the strut, so we can drop the strut. And then you're gonna take this one out to get the strut to come down completely. And then after that, you have one there, and it's attached to this one. And then right there, and then obviously the tie rod. So once you do that, it should pretty much fall out completely. If we had all the tools to begin with, it probably would have taken us maybe 25 minutes, but we had to go back home and grab 22s. Let me see if I can get the exact one. You need a bunch of 22s, 21s, 19s, and I think that's it to get the entire angle kit like completely removed. So we're gonna go ahead and take that off now, and we should be set. All right guys, so as you can see, we have both sides out, both struts out, both angle kits out, and there is absolutely nothing in there. So next step is to sell the angle kit, and then put the suspension back in and use the money for the angle kit to buy the control arms, tie rods, all those things, and the car should be back on the road. All right guys, so let me go ahead and flip the camera here. And something crazy is happening like right now. So I'm driving about 2 hours away, and I am trading this angle kit for a full Airlift 3H setup. So it's got like the 3S, the 3P, and the 3H with the height sensors for the 370Z. I had zero intentions on bagging this car for like years to come, but when the guy offered me a straight trade, I had to take it. So We're gonna go ahead and load this up in the GTI, and we're gonna head out to Upper Sandusky, Ohio, and trade this for an Airlift 3H setup. The kit is in the car. We're gonna go ahead and head out to Upper Sandusky, and I'll let you guys know if we do get the Airlift kit. Ciao, Debbie. What in the world?
It's in a diaper box.
So this portion of the video, it's the very end, obviously. Some of you guys probably aren't even gonna watch to the end, but those of you that do, I really appreciate it. I never wanted to add this into the video, and I will speak upon this a little more in the next 370Z video, but I'm just gonna touch on it really quickly now. Without my grandfather, some of you guys know him as Pap. Without Pap, this car would not have been possible. He loaned me the money, and I was paying him back for this car in order to build this thing into what I've always wanted it to be. And unfortunately, on October 24th, my grandfather passed away. It was really hard on us. And again, I don't really want to speak on it right now just because it is still somewhat fresh. But the next video, I will go into it a little more detail and speak about it. But again, I've said this on Instagram and everywhere else. I just want to dedicate this entire car, this entire build to you, Pap. I love you so much. I miss you. Rest in peace. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.